Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya.
So when I started on this healing journey, about 2 years ago, my life was like really unmanageable, and I got shut. You know how the universe or God kind of like taps you on the shoulder, you don't listen, kind of gives you a little push, you don't listen, shoves you to your knees, you still don't listen. I got shoved on my ass.
About that. No, don't worry about that.
Oh, we're clocking. Where are you?
What?
You're not on. I see you, but all of a sudden you were black there a second. Okay.
Am I on? Okay. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome. Happy Tuesday morning.
Hi, Katie. Welcome in.
Welcome to our live with Julie and Claudene, the spiritual show that flows. And I just want to get the fun stuff out of the way real quick, you guys. This is for entertainment purposes only, okay? And we take our information very seriously. So it's for the people who have eyes to see it and for the ears to hear it. That's what our information is. Another thing too is we talk a lot about health and wellness, and neither one of us are doctors or nurses or even really know much about the Western medical field. But what we do know is from anecdotal evidence from ourselves and our own experiences and what I've encountered working with my clients. I do plant medicine. I help people transfer off of pharmaceuticals and street drugs onto plant-based medicine, and I'm a dosing specialist when it comes to plant medicine. So, and I work with a lot of trauma and pain. So you got trauma, you got pain. They kind of go together. So I got all that out of the way, and welcome. Now we can talk about the fun stuff. We have a pretty good live today. We're going to talk about belly buttons, navels, and demons of chakras. If we have time, get into that. If not, we can save it for next Tuesday. And then my third one was
Provoking spirits.
Provoking spirits, you guys. Provoking spirits. So who's all in here? Good morning, my sweet dear friends. Oh, Debbie. Hi, Debbie. How are you?
And Katie's from Missouri, which I will be going to next week.
Yeah, you'll be. Yeah, we won't be here next Tuesday, so it'll be the following Tuesday if we don't get everything done. That we want to talk today. Yeah. So how's everyone doing out there? We are wet out here in Arizona for the first time on my side of town. For the first time probably in a couple years. I woke up yesterday morning to the washes being full of water. It's been a really long time since I've seen that. And then this morning when I was driving in, those washes were full of birds and animals bathing. So I thought that was really cool. That's like a really great gift given to us here on northern Phoenix area, because it's been a long time since Mother has pounded us with water like that. So it was a lot of fun. I played in the rain yesterday. Yes, I did capture some rainwater, about 4 buckets full. So for my plants. Okay, so I'm just kind of waiting for people to get in here and get on. I'm going to manifest Victor, hopefully, get him in here, because he got me researching some stuff last night. So it's good stuff, the stuff that I came up with. But yeah, I wanted to talk about provoking spirits. Have you guys ever heard of that word? Ever heard of those types of spirits? I didn't really think much of it, you guys, until I saw a video regarding provoking spirits. And I was like, oh my gosh, that resonates so much with me. There he is. Oh my gosh. Perfect timing. Victor's in. Okay. So cool. Did you hear me, Victor? Were you on when you heard me saying we need Victor? I'm waiting for Victor to come in.
Oh, wow. Them now into 4 to 6 plants. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm glad they're having babies. It's great. Hello, Doc. Welcome in. I miss you. It's beautiful. Her 66 here today. Oh,
Yes, I'm doing great. We're doing great. Okay, people are coming in. Great.
I think, is it her birthday today, Debbie?
Is it Debbie's
I'm good. I miss you. It's beautiful. Her. I think she meant here. 66. Oh, 66 degrees today.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought
I
was
wasn't,
gonna say,
what?
No, I think her birthday's
I was
in
already-
November. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I want to say, Debbie, you are a Sag, aren't you? Sagittarius, if my memory serves me right. Oh, she's an old friend of mine. When I first moved here, what, Debbie? I've been here now, I think like 32 years. She was my nanny. She helped me raise my 5 kids. So we go way back. And Debbie, how's your sobriety going? I thought I heard you say, or thought I read something about you being sober. So that'd be awesome. I've been sober now myself, going on, I think, 14 years. Not from cannabis, just alcohol. Okay, so provoking spirits, you guys. They don't care about material things. That's one thing, okay? They are smart, but weak. They prey on strong people. These types of spirits will bring you in the fury, and they will let you win the battle, because winning the argument does not make them feel like they won. It's about them getting you out of your character. Provoking spirits. And wasting your energy makes them feel like they've won. Any of you guys out there understanding about provoking spirits? And have you guys ever encountered any of these types of spirits? I have lots of them. Provoking spirits get a high out of bringing people out of their character. Like I said, they get a high out of making people act out of their emotions. So they really work on your emotions. They really trigger you. They're spirits that invade your body or other people's body. They really actually invade other people's body, and then they provoke you. Okay. You need to know how to identify these things, okay? Because they're everywhere, you guys. One of these, you can practice, control, and protect yourself when you are around these kind of energies, because they will attach to you, and other people are carrying them. Because if you don't realize what provoking spirits are, they can inhabit, like I said, into your body, and you'll be lost. You'll be really lost if you get one of these attached to you. They can inhabit anybody. They can be your friends, family, co-workers, and your significant others. Do you understand what I'm saying when you're being provoked? What's an example? Like Christmas time, a lot of people go back home, and or they're with the family members that they're normally not with, and these are the family members that will provoke you by saying really terrible things to you, and they're trying to provoke you to let out the rage, to lash back. They don't care about physical things, so they get you to the point to where you stop looking at things. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. They get you to the point. I'm sorry. I just lost. Okay. Yeah, you guys. So right here, you know what? You have to always stop looking at everything so physical. Energy is real.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree with
that. And that is the main thing here, to be able to identify them. Energy is real. Just because you can't see it with your eyes, and
some people can.
Some people can, but most people can't. And it's hard to get it into the logical mind. If you can see it, feel it, touch it, it's easier for the logical mind. But energy, some people can't see it. It's hard to click with that logical mind of these types of spirits that people may have attached on them and then trying to come to you. Okay. They want to unravel your life, you guys. That's what they're doing. And that's how they win. Okay. They'll get you to the point where you just throw your life away. And all that spirit is going to do is find a new vessel and repeat what they did to you to another person. So when your life seems like it's coming apart and you're not doing so well, and you're around these other people who provoke you, and they're always provoking you to do, stupid stuff, rage out, think negative thoughts. I don't know if you guys were on the show last Tuesday, but we talked about telepathy. And I feel like provoking spirits really, really mess with you and get in you so that you're not putting out good energy and good thoughts out to the ether with your telepathy. Can you see me read some of these comments?
This is one of the things that is some spirits with me. Yes, spirits are with you, Doc. Hold on just a second. This is what Victor put in here. Didn't know if you were at that part yet, but yeah, he was talking about don't forget saying of those sex demons, Claudene.
Oh, the succubus and the incubus. Yeah. Okay, those are other spirits. Those are sexual spirits. Those are different from provoking spirits. Provoking spirits, I'm trying to explain this to you guys. What's an example? When you're significant other, I mean, like I've had mine who just provokes me and provokes me and provokes me till I start drinking. That used to be a thing. When I was trying to get sober, you guys.
Right.
I would get provoked to do sexual acts that I didn't want to do.
And that was more the incubus thing.
Yeah, and that is, but it's a mixture of the provoking spirit. They work together, you guys. Yeah. You can be invaded by all kinds of attachments. It doesn't have to just be, they don't come in at one at a time because they're literally draining your energy. And they work in different ways. Like they make you think you're winning. That's a provoking spirit. When you feel like you're winning that argument, it lets you win. That is the name of the game with them. So I want to say that the one thing that I see provoking spirits is a lot in the workforce.
Yes.
Coworkers provoking you to say and do things that
you normally would not.
You normally wouldn't do. And that's when you have to say, whoa, wait, what's going on here? Yeah. And again, we talked about this last week on how to discern your thoughts and
right.
And how to let them keep on floating on by, especially when they're bad thoughts. And you can always ponder and see where they came from. But look around who you're with. You attract what you are. So yeah, I thought provoking spirits was something really interesting to talk about this morning because I've never heard of it until I saw the video.
Oh.
Yeah. And this guy went into a real long video of provoking spirits. I wrote down a couple of these notes that I have on here. And then, and of course, this all just came to me yesterday. Everything always comes to me like, this was late last night.
Usually Mondays is her.
Yeah. Well, no, Sundays. It'll start for me on Sundays. And all of a sudden, then I do my live with Anne. And she brings in more information. So she's the one who brought that information in last night. So then she can't be here with us this morning. So I'm going to bring it in with our live too, because I know I have a lot of people who like to listen to us in the morning too.
Well, our morning.
Yeah. And I'm so much more fresh in the morning because last night I couldn't talk. I was so tired. Mondays are a rough live for me to do Monday nights because I've already worked 12, 14 hours. So
and Kevin wants to know how to get rid of them.
How do you get rid of them? You just don't let them get attached. Identify with them. And then if you do get one, you have to just provoke it out, get it out of your body and just say you cannot be here and you detox yourself. you do know how to detox yourself, right? From those spirits. You cleanse yourself out really good and clean out your living area. And honestly, you're just going to have a talk with that person who's provoking you and set those boundaries. A lot of boundaries. I don't think I've come across a provoking spirit in quite some time, but I see it here, you guys, in my storefront where I'm located at my healing facility. And I see, because again, I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm next to a bar. So I hear a lot of drunks. I mean, that's when you really can hear the provoking spirit, you guys. So I never knew what to call it. I would just call it the drunky spirit, but now I got a title for it. But yeah, just cleanse yourself, detox yourself, and tell it, it has to go. Don't feed it. And a good detox, I would say, would probably be, I would definitely use oregano oil and cleanse your area, your air, especially the air you breathe, with some sage or Palo Santo or rosemary or whatever you have. To purify the air. Yeah, just for the toxins. I'm not talking about literally cleansing the spirit out. You want to clean the air out, what you breathe. Okay. And then I would also take Epsom salt, do an Epsom salt at night. Take about a 12-ounce glass of water, put a teaspoon of Epsom salt in there and down that. And that should start to really detox it out. That's a heavy detox. So you won't be on the toilet the next morning.
Oh, wow.
But that's what you want to do. That's how you get them out. Go into the sauna. Sauna is another great way. Red light therapy. All of that's a great way to get rid of all of these spirits. You literally have to clean the vessel. I know I sound like a broken record again, but with you, as the more higher you vibrate, the higher that you're always around good vibrational stuff, frequencies, you put good frequencies in your body, on your body, they're not going to be able to attach to you. Especially if you know how to recognize them now. That we just covered this. Okay, I'm going to kind of read some of the comments real quick, you guys.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and...
Which one's
Who's up? Yeah, you go ahead, whatever one's up
Okay,
next.
he said the healing, and then this is the second one Victor put about St. Michael for help, and put that love self-light on yourself. Okay.
Okay, I'm not one to go to any kind of angels or anything like that.
Right.
I don't give up my power to nothing. I am the Almighty. So you can clear these out yourself. You have to stand in your own power. You can call the saints you want, but it's you who has to, you are the magnificent human. So I don't, if that works for Victor, that's great. But for me, it does not. Yep, that's a great one, Katie. I love it. Your ex-boyfriend, any exes, those are probably the number one for provoking spirits, especially if you're co-parenting with someone who's narcissistic. So yeah, they provoke you. They provoke you to do all kinds of things that you normally would not do. So, and these things can attach to almost to anybody, even really strong people, is what this guy was saying. So you just got to be careful of your surroundings and your environments. You got to protect that space, your space, all the time.
Okay, anybody else? The golden stone. I already had that. It doesn't show it's up, but it's up. Okay, there it is. He put that in twice too. Okay, just making sure I'm getting it. Okay, this is Kevin. I agree with you. Okay. And I'm my own God.
Okay, Katie got her boyfriend. Okay, so
last Friday.
Last Friday. So yeah, Katie, where are you located at?
Missouri.
Missouri. Okay. Yeah, open those windows, open those doors, air it out, burn incense, anything that will purify the air. My favorite ones are always sage mixed with a little bit of maybe lavender, rosemary, whatever you can get your hands on. and just cleanse, just purify the air, put air purifiers out if you have some of those. And really get your windows and doors open and just air that out, air that energy out. Like if someone died in there, okay?
Right. Well, the other thing I would suggest too is sweeping left to right in front of your doors. And I'll even use it, a little whisk brush, to do that on my windowsills on the outside. And then put down salt. Salt takes care of the negative energy and keeps it out of your house. So yes, that's a ritual that a lot of people do for new moons at the beginning of the month. But now that you're saging today, now that you're starting a new life, this is a new life, and those anybody who has difficulty, you know, is starting over again or starting a new chapter in their life, it's a good way of getting things taken care of and preventing those negative energies coming back in your house.
Transmuting the energies.
Transmuting.
Yeah, transmuting. Yeah. That's what you wanted. That's how powerful you are. Victor, yes. He just said he can send, and we can too. We can send you love and light. That's how powerful we are. And for you, and we send this energy to you. I'll do a sound bowl energy cleanse for you. Send it over to you. This is real stuff. This is how energy works. That's how, again, how powerful we are. And yeah, and like I said, you don't have to use sage, Katie. I mean, you can use candles, you can use all kinds of stuff, whatever it is that you have to purify that air. And like I said, just transmute those energies and keep doing it until your energies just feel so nice and calm to where you can't even smell him in there or anything. Okay. And anything you have of him in there that has his energy on it, I'd get rid of it. Like clothes, toothbrush, whatever, any stuff like that. Get rid of anything that especially the areas that he hung out the most. Make sure you really, really transform those energies.
The weather here is great. Someone did actually die in her house. Oh. Her boyfriend took his life in her bed 7 years ago.
Katie, oh my goodness.
And she's been living with that for a while.
Have you gotten rid of the bed? If you still have that bed, I'm not.
The mattress
energy can really, really stay stuck inside of a mattress. I know this personally because I went through my own situation not too long ago, like this year. And
it wasn't a death.
It wasn't a death, but I got a bed from somebody who's very low vibrating. And when I took the bed apart to get rid of it, because I was gifted a brand new bed, that's spirit was telling me I need a new bed. Anyways, I was having all these crazy sex dreams. That's not me. I knew it wasn't my energy. And I was saging the bed. I was cleaning the bed. I was doing everything you can possibly think of. Okay. And this was a new room that I had just occupied. And so I was doing all this stuff, trying to transmute the energies. And then one night I went to bed, and then spirit the creator told me, you got to get rid of the bed. The energies in there are so deep. You're not going to ever be able to clean what happened on that bed. It was very negative, nasty, sexual person owned that bed. And it was true. It was true. She was a whore. Horrible demons, just riddled with demons inside of her. So when I found this out, got rid of the bed, and then, of course, a new bed came. I manifested it. And yeah, a box in the bed. That's what I wanted. It was a bed in a box, a bed in a box. Yeah. And next thing you know, I literally got it that same day. Someone came and they were moving, and they had a brand new one, and they gave it to me. Anyways, so when I moved that bed out, you guys, on the other side of it, blood everywhere, blood stained all over it. Oh yeah, it was bad. It was so bad. I was like, oh my! I was sleeping on that. So,
Yeah.
anyways, went ahead, got rid of it, I even got out of that room and with the new bed, and I have not had any more of those succubus or incubus demons coming at me while I'm sleeping. And what I really learned, Katie, most important is that and I always knew this, but I really learned it again, that lesson again to another degree. You've got to protect your sleeping space.
Yes.
You are most vulnerable when you are sleeping. And that is when spirits can come in and attack you. Think about it. You're sleeping. So where you sleep is very important. So I don't know if this bed is like actually bad energies. I mean, it could be good energies. I don't know.
Go ahead and read what she wrote. So everything out of there is gone.
Dang.
It's good.
He shot himself. Okay. Now that's a serious, did he try to commit suicide before and it didn't work? I'm just curious because I have friends, they only went to shooting themselves because they tried to kill themselves 3 other times and they woke up and I want to kill that fight. Now, should I have done it before we started the show? We're going to be going for coffee.
Go ahead. I'll be right back.
So, gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you have a lot of energies to transmute. Yeah.
But it's been a while. It's been 7 years.
Yeah, it's been 7 years. So you should have a lot of those energies out of there. The act itself was, I don't know. I don't know much about the suicide. I'm not against suicide, Katie. So, oh, he was against suicide. Okay, yeah. See, I'm not. I have a whole different perspective on suicide. I had a client who came yesterday whose mom committed suicide on Cinco de Mayo 3 or 4 years ago. And he was handing out flowers to everybody. And he brought me these beautiful daisies. And he seems to be okay with the suicide. He has kind of the same perspective as I do. So he just went ahead and, so do you think that a demon just came in and just made him do that? Like a strong provoking demon, or was he suffering from something, from depression or something? I think Victor's asking for permission to send you healing energies because he can't do it without your permission, Katie.
Yeah.
Do you have any like weird things that happen, Katie, in your home? This is very fascinating.
Right. She has a new bed. So, yeah. And other decor. I think she said carpet as well that had to be taken out. So. He was suffering. Okay. Yeah. We have many celebrities that we hear about that have committed suicide. Robin Williams is always one that comes to my mind.
Yeah, but I think they're sacrificed. That's the cabal stuff.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people in our life that commit suicide. None of us are immune to it, I don't think, at this point. But he did what he needed to do. I'm sorry he left a mess like that. That's the thing. The way that they do it has such a strong hold on you, and if he was to take pills and just go to sleep, you wouldn't have to deal with any of that mess. And if he did an opiate overdose, he just goes to sleep and boom, he takes off, he leaves his body. But when they do it so messy, they leave such a mess for the ones behind.
I was in school at Mesa Community College one day in the classroom, and we heard a bunch of sirens, a lot of craziness. Come to find out, a man drove across a busy intersection and committed suicide while he was driving a vehicle with a gun. Yes, that's how he did it. And it's just very, very strange to know that happened outside and hearing the after effect of it, and all those people around there who who saw it. I mean, it was huge effect on a lot of people. People don't understand that. They think they're only doing it to themselves.
Yeah, you know what? I just feel that they go somewhere that I'm going to tell you I couldn't imagine. Yeah. They go somewhere to be able, they have to get themselves into an emotional state of mind that just drives them to do that. And who's to say that it's not a provoking spirit, you guys?
Exactly. I mean, it's most likely not them anymore.
It's not them. I mean, they got to go somewhere. And I guess you just have to be in that situation to understand it. You know, we can empathize as much as we can, but that's the only thing I can say. And the one next thing I can say is that I do not believe that suicide is bad. I think it's fine. If you're tired, you're tired. If you want to go, go. This planet is brutal. This is a rough planet to be on, especially these past 50 years. So I get it. I get it.
I haven't put new carpet in. I have carpet pieces covering it. I understand suicide, and they don't do it thinking about anyone else. Yeah. It's their own pain, but they don't see any other way out. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. I like that perspective, Katie. Very good perspective. Yeah, just do your best. Cut that carpet out. Put some tile in.
Well, she said that she cut it out, but she has carpet covering the spot.
Or carpet covering it, yeah.
Yeah, and I know I really people don't understand what peroxide is good for. A lot of people use chlorine to get rid of blood, but I would suggest, even if it's still stained, I would use peroxide to get up the stain. And sometimes you have to mix it, use a little rubbing alcohol with it to get the blood out, but it can be done. Hopefully it'll still be able to be done even after 7 years. But I know that combination works, and it works a whole lot better than chlorine, and it does not bring in poison. It won't bring in the poison like chlorine does. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, if it was me, I'd rip out that carpet and put in some tile.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if she can do a whole.
Or rip out the carpet and you never know what's underneath that carpet. It might look good. It might be a nice piece of cement. You never know.
Well, in a lot of places back east, here in Arizona is not as common, but a lot of places, and I know you pulled up most of the carpet, but a lot of places have hardwood floors underneath carpet. I know one house here in Arizona that has that, but you never know how beautiful it can be underneath. But I know you've already pulled a lot of it out. So
yeah, you know what's under there. So, well, that's good. You've done what you can, and I'm sure you can continue to work on this for quite some time. It's been 7 years, you know, and this is something that you've gone through, and hopefully there'll be a day where you can talk and help other people who've gone through the same thing. Last night on my show with Anne, Our Life, and she lives in a house where a baby died 6 months prior to her getting that house. So same, she's been in her house, I think 8 or 9 years. I'm not too sure. 7, 8, 9. I don't remember what she said. And she's had to do the same thing with the that room where a baby died of SIDS. Yeah. 6 months prior. And her neighbor is one who came over and told her, and she said she will never, ever forget that scream that mother let out when she found her baby. Yeah. I get the chills when she was telling about it, and I just got the chills right now. But I know exactly that scream that she's talking about when you find your child dead.
Yeah.
Woo! That stings to the bone, man. That right there wants you to be dead. You want to be dead right then. You don't want to go through that. That's like, I think, a parent's worst nightmare.
It is for a child to die before you do.
Yeah.
Well, look, more positive notes here.
Yeah, let's go ahead. So, you guys, this is a fun thing. Okay, so I know that I've got Victor on here, and he was on live last night talking with me about belly buttons and navels. And I did some research on the one that you said after you got off and I got off the show I looked at your comments, Victor, and I totally researched this morning sunflower oil. Okay, I had to. I just had to, and I did it, and there's some cool stuff about it. So I did add that to some of my information. Okay, so we're going to talk about navels, belly buttons today because you guys, the one thing about me that I discovered very early on in my career was delivery systems. Okay. I realized how important delivery systems are for medicine. And I thought I pretty much got them all covered, but I knew there were more out there. I just had to give it time for me to learn. And I did. I learned a new delivery system on medicine last year, and it is the belly button, the navel. It's another way to get medicine. Okay. And I want to cover my cup because this fly just keeps flying all around it. Okay. So the navel is life itself. All right. The navel, the belly button is located in the solar plex chakra system. Okay. According to science, the first part that is created after conception is the belly button, which I think we all kind of know that, right? Like, I think that's something that I feel like a lot of us know that already. So, and science has backed it up. I'm not one for science, you guys. I really don't believe science too much, but that one I do. Again, do your discernment, right?
Mm-hmm.
After it's created, it's attached to the mother's placenta through the umbilical cord, which is why it's life. It's how you're here. You're here and you exist because of the belly button, the umbilical cord that gets attached. Okay? So think about that. That's pretty big in itself, you guys. The umbilical cord. It's a very important thing, especially when you give birth. And then think about what they do, which I don't believe now after doing all this research and understanding the belly button. Okay. Now, where my journey started was for those who know and have been on this show for a while watching us, I got really sick last September and October and November. Real sick. For a minute there, we thought maybe I may have had a stroke, and we weren't too sure. And I was working with a doctor. I had a doctor on my team, and it really showed me that doctors really don't know. They don't know what they don't know. They'll guess and they'll throw things out there and they'll have tests done for you, and all the investigating tests that I got done, I would look at and do my own discernment because the one thing about Western medicine is that we do have some pretty cool tools out there for investigating further into the body. That stuff I do believe in. So anyways, I got no real help, you guys, again. Okay. And it wasn't a stroke. My lymphatic system went out on me on the whole entire right side of my body. My feet swelled up really big. I could barely walk. But anyways, I'm 5, 6, 7, 8 months now, and I'm back to pretty much being normal. I was an avid runner and exercised every day prior to this. That's how I knew I was getting sick because I had to stop somewhere. I think it was in the beginning of September. And then that's when everything was just downhill until about January. That's what led me to do my detoxing. But anyways, while I was doing that, when I first got sick, the first thing I started doing was sticking urine in my belly button. And for those that don't know, I practice Shimbambu, which is urine therapy, and I am a practitioner for that now. Okay. So that is where I started with working with the belly button by putting my urine in there. Well, I also use castor oil every night, and I put it on my feet and my toenails, and I drink it every night. Well, my higher self said, stick some of that in the belly button. So I started doing that, and that was probably around February. And then I have always had pain in my belly button. Have you ever had pain in your belly button after giving birth?
Yes, most of my pain though you didn't talk about other things in the belly button yet, like Anne and what she went through.
Yeah, no, we haven't gotten to that. No.
I went through some of the things that she did, but not
You
exactly.
did?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened to you with your belly button?
Mosquitoes love me, but their favorite place was my belly button to bite.
Gosh.
And remember, as a kid, I was wearing shorts. So my waistband was always over my belly button. How they got to that, I couldn't tell you because it wasn't exposed, ever exposed. So,
They could bite through clothes though.
yeah, but elastic or something, and then I couldn't understand it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
As a kid, I couldn't understand how it happened, but it happened. So, and having to deal with that every summer when I went to Missouri, and yeah,
That's brutal, you guys. Anything that bites you through the belly button,
yes.
It needs to be addressed. Yeah. Again, Western medicine's not going to believe it, or they're going to be like, "Oh, you're fine." And I'm going to point something out about when it comes to mosquito. When a mosquito bites you, it releases its poison into you, its parasites into you. That is what happened with the ticks. Okay, so last night on my show, my co-host, just like Julie, was bit by a ticks in her belly button. Both those critters release their venom and their babies back inside of you. When that's why you get itchy.
Yep.
That's what causes the itch, the poison. So this is very serious stuff. I've never had anything like that to my belly button, but I've always had pain in my belly button from I've had 5 children.
You've had a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I only had 3.
Well, 3's a lot
Well,
too.
did you had them naturally, right?
I had them all natural.
Yeah,
yes.
And I had 3 C-sections, a little different.
And I remember putting peroxide in my belly button after I'd have a baby. It was just always painful. And it was very painful even after I stopped having babies. I would play with my belly button and it would feel so bruised and her would be like, "Ooh, why does it hurt? What did I do?" Good. Talk to the doctor about it. All in my head. It's not there. They cut it out.
Fine there.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just like, no. So anyways, back to when I was sick and I went ahead and I started putting the urine in there. It started feeling a little bit better. Then I added the castor oil in about February. For any of you guys that remember, in I think it was March or 1st of March, I started releasing really big parasites, huge parasites. And I know when I added that castor oil, it did something. It released whatever that was, which was probably a parasite, just unraveled it and boom, it came out. It has to be one of the many dozen parasites that I gave birth to, which I gave birth to a couple different types. I think it was that real long one. I do. I don't have that pain anymore. It's gone. Anne doesn't have her pain anymore. Hers is gone. She used oregano oil. But hold on. Before anyone starts sticking oregano oil in their belly button. Okay, hold on. I'm going to talk. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit more about what the belly button is in Ayurvedic medicine. And then we're going to go, I got a list of different oils that you can use and the benefits of them for your belly button, okay? And oregano will be one of them.
Katie got both mosquitoes and ticks in her belly button.
When did this happen, Katie?
Most likely.
How long ago was this? You're going to like this segment then, because this one's going to be for you, girlfriend. And if you guys are interested in this urine therapy and how to put urine in your belly button, just comment and I'll talk about it. Otherwise, I'm not going to say much about it because that's kind of a whole new topic in itself. Urine therapy is. Okay. So this is really interesting. So our belly button is an amazing thing. All of our veins are connected to our navel, which makes it the focal point of our body. I know. There's no scientific evidence to support this, but anyways, it's Ayurvedic medicine. Most of you guys know I practice Ayurvedic medicine and I practice Chinese medicine, and then I practice my medicine, okay, plant medicine. Okay, but there's no scientific evidence to support the existence of the Bacati. You think I'm saying that right? Bacati.
Bacote,
the Bacote, okay? The Bacote. Huh. P-E-C-H-O-T-I is how it's spelt, you guys, okay? So I'm learning a lot about the Pacoti gland, okay? A lot the last couple, I'd say 3 months.
Okay.
The Pacoti gland is behind the navel, which has more than 72 veins. That's a lot of veins, you guys. 72,000 veins. I'm sorry, 72,000 veins.
Yeah.
The concept of the Pacoti gland comes from Ayurvedic tradition, Indian medicine, like I just said. So I got to give the props for that. The function of the Pacoti gland is thought to be a vital energy point connected to numerous nerves and organs, potentially facilitating the absorption of oils applied to the navel. So that gives it is another medicine delivery system. And when I talk about delivery systems, I'm meaning like you can smoke your medicine, you can put your medicine in your ears, you can snort it, you can ingest it, put it under the tongue, swallow it. That is the most common American way.
Mm-hmm.
You can put it up the rear, suppositories. You can have shots injected in you. So those are what delivery systems are, you guys, okay? And I work with all these different types of delivery systems because people have all kinds of different diseases. So a transdermal, where it goes on the skin and straight to the blood, we have that one too. So anyways, now I want to go back to way back in the day when maybe when you were little and when I was little. I remember my grandmother getting a cotton swab filled with alcohol and sticking it in my belly button when I would have a fever, or when I would have a flu, or when I would have a cold, or when I would have a stomach ache.
Now, was that your mom's or your
No,
dad's?
no, my dad's side, my grandma. Okay, yeah, and she'd also put cotton up on my forehead. I remember doing that on my feet, the bottom of my feet. She worked with vinegar a little bit too. I remember this. I mean, I was very little, you guys, but I vaguely remember it, and I remember having that vision. It came to me. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this has actually been around for a while."
Yeah, I bet. Well, she came from Vikings.
Yeah, she's very Vedic. Yeah, Nordic. Yeah, yes. And my grandfather was very Scottish. So
okay.
Scottish and Nordic, I am, and then Mexican. So I've got quite the ancestral. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that says the Pacoti sounds like a good place to put CBD oil, is what it's saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
one
guys.
of the first things it says.
And you just getting that off of Google?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Under
I couldn't get much
Healthline.
information. I couldn't. Oh, okay, health. Okay.
Yeah, but I just Googled it and it's like, whoa.
It's super easy, you guys. It's so easy to do, and I'm going to talk about that at the end. Okay. Now, so I don't know how many of you guys have experienced your grandmas doing that, and this is a great method for children, you guys, especially babies. Please spread the word, okay? It's a great way to help, to help the babies get their medicine through the belly button. Okay, so let's start with coconut oil in the navel. Helps stomach-related problems like indigestion, diarrhea, bloating, and nausea. Coconut oil. I love coconut oil. I work with coconut oil a lot.
So when they do talk about utilizing these oils, how much are they expecting you to use?
Okay, so what I do, and what I've read of other people from from research I've been doing, no more than 2 or 3 or 4 drops, depending on what kind of belly button you have, because there's like different types. People have outies, they have innies, they have some that look like buttholes, like butt cracks. I've been looking at pictures of belly buttons, you guys.
Well, one thing about that, most likely it's an innie compared to an outie.
Yeah,
but there's almost like some that are kind of both.
Yeah,
they're in between.
They're just kind of like the rim. They don't go in, they don't go out. Yeah, I've looked at so many belly buttons the last couple of weeks, because I was really on the. I didn't know if I was going to do this talk. I didn't think. Usually, I'm the type of person I have to master something. Once I master it, then I talk about it. And I've only been on this journey, you guys, since last August, as far as putting it through my belly button. But I said no. I'm going to go with this now, even though I don't have a lot of information on using all these different oils, but I'm going to do my research because I just felt like this was really important information. I don't need to hang on to this and wait. Why not? We'll do lifetime, right? We'll do,
Right.
you'll go on the journey with me. How about that? That's what I decided. So that's why I'm talking about it sooner than later. So that's what coconut oil does. Okay. And then the castor oil, as I said earlier, I'm a huge castor oil fan. I grew up on it and it works for me. Just a couple drops, you guys, 2 to 4 drops. That's it. Like I said, it was a game changer once I added that with my urine. So, castor oil for dry eyes, poor vision, pancreas health. When I read that it helps the pancreas, I was like, what do you mean it helps the pancreas? Because you guys, right now, I have a lot of clients, a lot that are suffering from pancreas cancer or pancreatic diseases, really bad. So that really caught my attention. And so what it does to support the pancreas is insulin production. And your digestive enzymes. It helps create digestive enzymes. And that is so important when you have stuff going on with your pancreas and you have diabetes or any kind of disease. So that is how it promotes good health for the pancreas. Okay, and then it releases nutrients that is absorbed. And it's I don't know what that all means, but it says I got digestive enzymes released and nutrients absorbed properly. That's what I have written down. So that was pretty good information. It also liver detoxification, removes toxins, supports bile flow and lymphatic drainage.
Okay, let's go back. You were talking about pancreatic problems. A lot of people are having liver problems right now. So can you go back and reiterate that it detoxifies the liver?
Yep, the liver detoxifies that along with the pancreas, okay? It helps the pancreas to produce more of its insulin production, okay? And then it detoxes the liver, you guys. So
important right now.
So important because my parasites were in my belly button, my small intestine, large intestine, my liver, which was a liver flukes.
Well, you also mentioned the gallbladder.
And the gallbladder. Well, the liver and the gallbladder is right next to each other.
And the gallbladder takes care of the toxins from the liver.
Yeah, so I could have, who knows, this one parasite I had, it could have been wrapped around both because it was hard for me to really think that parasite lived just in the gallbladder because it was too big. The gallbladder's little. It's a little mighty thing. Anyways, yeah, so it does help detox the liver, you guys, and that is so important, okay? Especially if you have fatty liver. A lot of Americans have fatty liver. I know it for a fact. You have any extra skin around the belly, you've got some fatty liver. So it removes toxins from the liver, supports bile flow, which is super important because if you get your bile ducts infected, you got disease, okay? So we want those we want that flowing. We want it to flow. And it also does lymphatic drainage.
And that's very important.
That is very important, especially for me and for everybody. Circulation is extremely important and having that lymphatic drainage. You guys, if you're not draining, then you're going to have a lot of problems. Your system literally just stops working like it did for me. My whole right side just stopped. It was horrible. I just swelled up. It was the strangest thing. Anyways, another good thing that it does that is really cool, I thought, is it balances hormones. It supports adrenals, reproductive glands, balances hormones, eases PMS, yay, menstrual cramps, and supports fertility. So that is a few things that castor oil does. So that's kind of a lot. So that's what I wrote down on there. And then the next one I have neem oil. Now, a lot of people are not familiar with neem oil and had never heard of it. And I feel like if you're not a gardener or an herbalist, you're really not going to know what neem oil is. If you grow, well, here in America, I'm talking about, or here, especially in Arizona, or if you're a cannabis grower, you're going to know what neem oil is because neem oil repels bugs from the plants and then it gives it its nutrients. And the neem oil is also really good for us too. It's kind of like diatomaceous earth in a way, but in an oil form. But the thing that neem oil does, if you put that in your belly button, this is a cool one, it gets rid of stubborn blackheads and acne.
Blackheads?
Blackheads, yeah.
I'm going, what's a blackhead? Okay.
Some of this stuff is really kooky, but it's important. I know a lot of people who suffer from stubborn blackheads. A lot.
And that's a neem oil.
Neem oil, yeah. And you can pick up neem oil anywhere, really. I go to the Asian market to get mine. It was so funny because I actually was working with neem oil yesterday morning. Almost every other morning, I'm working with neem oil because I do spray it on my plants with castor oil or castor soap. Having critters in the garden is just part of being a gardener. So you're always using all that natural stuff. Well, I am at least. It's a strong active antibacterial, antifungal, also clears rashes. Used for parasitic imbalances, supports liver detox and immune function. So it's another one that's good for the liver, along with get rid of your blackheads. Okay, so this is the next one. This is really fun, you guys. This isn't really an oil. This is more of a fat. And this one's fun. And you're going to get a kick out of this one. Ghee.
Yeah. It's a butter.
Your butter.
It's basically clarified pure butter.
Clarified pure butter is what it is. That's what I have written right here. So anyone who doesn't know about ghee, which I know Julie knows a lot about ghee.
I've learned a lot in the last year or so. Yeah.
Because that's all I use is ghee. I don't fry with anything else. I just fry with ghee.
Yeah.
If I can't fry it with ghee, then I really don't. I won't cook it pretty much. So I am a ghee head. I love ghee. I love butter. I just love butter in general. So
yeah. And I suggest if you do get ghee, Asian markets are great. There's also Mediterranean markets, Indian markets. I don't know about the Indian markets. I haven't really looked, but I would think that they would be okay with it and sell it. But get the ghee that's in the glass. Glass is important.
You were saying there we go with our telepathy.
Yep.
You were saying what I was thinking. Yes, glass is very important. It's going to taste a lot better. If you want to get plastic, and that's all you can find, then that's all you can find. It is what it is. Just take it out of the plastic, put it in the glass, bless it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I always say that I know that God loves me because he created butter.
And there are people who do love butter a lot. I understand that. But one thing about the ghee, even though you might use a lot, you really don't have to use as much.
Oh, a little goes a long way.
A long way.
And you can reuse it. Like I can make her eggs. We always have breakfast after our thing. And I can still use that butter if I want later on in the evening to fry up a piece of fish or whatever, some vegetables or whatever. So yeah, it does go a long way. And it just tastes so yummy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could put ghee in the belly button.
Okay, and what does ghee do for the belly button?
This is a fun one, you guys, okay? So when you use it, it nourishes and purifies and promotes spiritual clarity. So there you go. There's another detoxer for God's spirits, you guys. Ghee butter.
Okay.
Fun. It's fun, you guys. This is so fun. So yeah, it's for spirits. And it deeply moisturizes and supports digestives and breaks down food. And absorbs particles. Then converts it into energy and nutrients. Then calms the nervous system.
Wow.
So, this gal over here will be sticking ghee in her belly button.
Again, you don't have to use a lot. And
no, just a couple drops, you guys.
and what did your research tell you? How long to keep any of this stuff in?
Just go to sleep. Put it in the belly button.
Overnight.
Go lay down. Yeah, go to sleep. Do it at nighttime. Now, when Anne got rid of the parasite that she had seen, now Anne's ticks, because she got bit by so many ticks, and you can go and look at our live last night, and she goes into full detail about it. Okay, how she had we were together at this time as working together. This started right off the bat 6 years ago when I first met her. She would talk about having bubbles in her ears.
Okay.
She would feel bubbles. She was always talking about these bubbles and these scales. And I think that she was just like kind of astral traveling the body in a way. But at the time we didn't know it. And she was in so much pain. She was very sick. You guys, if you see the live from last night, and if you would have saw her 6 years ago, she was super skinny. Her bones were all sunk in. She had big black bags under her eyes. And she'd always talk about these painful bubbles that would go up and down in her face, her neck, her ears, everywhere. What's your biggest lymphatic system's up there anyways, you guys. So she went to the doctors, all kinds of stuff. And I remember when she went to the doctors, they gave her Valium. She's in Australia. So anyways, no real help again. So anyways, when she found this lady who is from the Philippines. She found a little Filipino lady who knew a lot about parasites. And she told her, start putting oregano oil in your belly button. And she would lay there for hours, empty it, put more, empty it, put more. And then that's how she got rid of the parasite. Next thing you know, she got rid of that parasite. It took weeks, you guys, maybe months of her doing that to get rid of it, but she did. And she is, look at her. She looks fabulous.
Yeah,
she looks fantastic.
Beautiful.
Yep. So that's what she did. We're going to talk about oregano oil here because that one's a little tricky, you guys. I'm very fluent when it comes to oregano oil. If you see the back of me, I sell my own made oregano oil that I make, okay? And I sell it and I promote oregano oil.
It's on that side?
I think it's my spiritual herbs are right up here, isn't it?
Oh, I thought you had the tincture. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Capsules. Okay. Then
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, they are. That is
the tincture
in the corner over there.
Yep. Now, I know you were going to talk about oregano oil. What about black seed oil?
We'll get to that one.
Okay, good.
We'll get to that one. Okay, I'm going to do my oils, girl.
Yes. I just want to make sure you're including those.
I know, right?
Ones, yeah.
This is a lot this morning. This is a lot, but I think it's kind of fun. It's different. Okay.
And I know there's not a lot of people on right now, but please share. And when we're done, again, please share. I'm going to share this because there's a lot of great information here.
There is.
That you're not going to get anywhere else, obviously. So please share that and keep sharing it. Maybe with different people next time, but keep it going.
Just spread the information. You know, this is why I do this, you guys. I mean, if you were to call my facility and come in here, this information costs you $250 an hour for me to sit here and do this. So I like to do these lives. You get 4 hours a week of free information from me. Okay. And plus I put a lot of work into this, guys. This is like a few months of research work for me. Okay. So the next one is almond oil. I used to use a lot of almond oil and I had to stop because.
Yeah, I understand that you want to do a show on bees. However, right now we've got all these oils to get to. So we will we'll put that in the suggestions. Anybody with a suggestion on different things. And I'm with you on the bees because I'm very, a lot of things we need to add honey to. And again, I don't want any honey that is touched plastic. It has to be completely metal or glass, nothing else. So I'm very picky about that.
Very smart. Okay, so almond oil, I used to use a lot of my products when I first got started many years ago, but I pulled it out because a lot of people are allergic to nuts and stuff. So I just ended up eliminating. I did enjoy working with almond oil. It is a mild, sweet, rich in nutrients. When you put it in the navel, it boosts skin elasticity. So for women like, and
that's
aging
being
women,
good for me for right now.
aging
Yeah.
women, it's very, very good because we're losing our elasticity because of our hormones. And it will make you, it helps your skin glow, supports brain health. Who would have thought? Yeah.
So with all these oils, should we do one a night and just do each different one?
I say, well, find out what element it is that you're trying to you're trying to get rid of.
Cancer.
Yeah. Narrow it down and then try that for a couple, for at least a good month, and then move on to the next one.
I was going to say 30 days. Yeah. Okay.
Give something at least 30 to 60 days, especially when you go natural and holistic. Okay. It's just the way it is. That's a thing. That's why people don't like going natural and doing holistic, because it takes more time. It's not an instant fix like when you go to the doctor.
Understood.
Okay. And it enhances dry skin. Oh, I'm sorry. It's good for dry skin and hair health. And another
Guess what I'm doing.
Yep. And guess what?
Between eyes and skin. Okay.
Good one. And it also enhances libido. So for anyone out there who needs to, spike up their love life, there you go. Almond oil in the belly button. Pretty simple. Okay. And then olive oil, which is a very common oil that everyone uses, that is in probably almost everyone's pantry. Another thing, get olive oil. All these oils should always be in glass, you guys. Whenever you get oil, it should be in a dark glass. Mm-hmm. Okay.
The ghee is okay to be clear. Just so you know, clear glass for ghee is fine.
Oh yeah, butter is totally different. Yeah, butter. It doesn't have.
Want to make sure you knew that.
Yeah, it's plant. It's not a plant material. Okay, so olive oil nourishes and is high in antioxidants. Healing benefits improve circulation, reduces inflammation, helps balance blood sugar. Useful for cardiovascular support.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's really good for the heart. Olive oil. And if that reduces the inflammation. So olive oil, I just think, is a really simple one because a lot of us have that in our cabinet. So now the next oil I got, which is a rare oil, and I've never really used this oil in my life. Maybe you guys might have a few ideas about it or have your own story about it, but mustard oil. And I know you can get that at any health food store and in abundance. And the same with the Asian markets. Asian markets, this one right here next to my facility carries like 6 different types of mustard oil. So it must be a thing in other cultures. Okay, so put that in the navel, and this is a good one. It helps dry chapped lips, removes harmful bacteria through the bowel movements, but it keeps the good bacteria. It works like a mild detoxer. So that's mustard oil. And I think that's really neat that it does all that it's a mild detoxer and that it works through the bowels. Okay. That's super important, I feel. So I will be trying that one myself. And then this one is another one that I really enjoy, and I cook with it every now and then, sesame oil.
I like Asian food.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If I cook with any oils, it'll just be like like sesame oil will be one of them because of that. You need that taste when you're trying to make like certain kind of noodles or certain kind of Asian dishes, especially with my mushrooms, you guys. I try to make a lot of Asian dishes with my mushrooms. And sesame oil, I don't fry with sesame oil though. It is not frying. I just add it. Okay, sesame oil. Okay, so it helps with all kinds of joint pain. So that's really good, you guys. That's a good one because I don't know if a lot of people on here suffer from joint pain, but I do know a lot of my clients do. So many of them do. It's also known to strengthen bones. So it's a win-win. You have joint pain, and that's probably because your bones are weakening, right? Or you're losing elasticity or something like that through your joints too is another thing that causes joint pain. Okay, next one, thyme oil. Now, this one's really interesting because I know that I've seen thyme oil in herb stores. I myself have never worked with thyme oil, but thyme is all over Arizona. I see that it's grown in a lot of apartment complexes. They use them as like a bush.
That sounds more like rosemary.
Rosemary?
Yeah.
I've seen them.
Thyme is too small and too delicate because I've grown thyme, but it's very difficult.
Okay.
Whereas
I've
rosemary
seen that one,
oil, rosemary, it grows wild. I mean,
Maybe
not
I'm
wild.
confusing it. Yeah.
And believe me, all you have to do is rub your hands on the needles and just smell it. It's rosemary, people. It's rosemary.
Yeah. Okay. It is rosemary. Yeah. Rosemary. That's the one that, yeah, because it's okay. Okay. So, like I said, I don't know a whole lot about thyme. I really don't. I've not done thyme oil. I've never really grown thyme. I don't cook with thyme, but I'm going to now. And on my live, just an FYI, next Monday, I'm going to make thyme oil in live time while I'm on the show. I'll be showing you guys how to do it. So thyme oil, I got quite a bit written on thyme oil. Okay, so the one thing that I think was really cool about it, and it's super important for me because I'm all about diuretics. It's a diuretic. So it is an anti-spasmodic, which I found that was kind of interesting too.
Oh, yeah.
Helps relax arteries, veins, reduces blood pressure, and stress in the heart. So it sounds like thyme and sesame oil mixed together could be a really good thing for a detox for around the heart. It strengthens and tones the heart muscles. As a diuretic, thyme oil can help your body remove excess water, salt, toxins from your body. It is also an expectorant, which means it helps remove mucus from the lungs and the airways. And that is so important to get the mucus out of your body, you guys. You want a certain amount of moisture in your body, but you don't want to be full of mucus. Absolutely not. Because mucus is what turns into plaque, which turns into Alzheimer's, dementia, and all other arteries, and plaque in the arteries. So mucus, you want to keep just the right amount of moisture in your body. That is what Chinese medicine is all about, the qi. When they're moving the energy, they're moving the mucus. That is what Chinese medicine means by qi. Seriously, do your research on that.
And Don says thyme is great with most French restaurants.
Okay. I don't care for French.
I think it's French recipe, but
yeah, I don't care much for French food, so that makes sense why I'm not. Yeah, okay. But hey, I'm going to learn about thyme oil. Like I said, I'm going to do a live next week teaching how to do.
In 2 weeks.
Well, no, for next Monday.
Monday. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be here. So yeah. Okay.
So I'll be doing that. It'll be my first time doing extraction with thyme, and I'll be doing it live.
Wow.
So yeah, so that'll be a lot of fun. And I'll be learning about thyme. There we go. And maybe I might even start growing it and I'll learn even more. That's where the real connection comes through when I'm growing it. Okay, so the next one, which is, she had mentioned it early, black seed oil. Hold on. Okay, I'm a huge black seed oil advocate. I love black seed oil. These are my capsules. Let's do a little bit of backstory on black seed oil. It is highly regarded as a universal healer. King Tut, when they exhumed into King Tut's tomb, it held so much value in ancient Egypt that he was wrapped all in it, in black seed oil, black cumin, leaves, and flowers. It was all over his tomb when they found him. And then another claim that the Egyptians make is that it heals all but death.
Everything but death. Okay.
Everything but death. And I believe it. I've been working with black seed oil probably for, oh gosh, let me see. I don't know, 12 years now. And it's really what, I don't have this written down on here, but it literally can cure anxiety and depression, especially when you're withdrawing off of opiates or benzodiazepines or alcohol. So it literally saved my son's life. There was a point in his detox where he told me to take him back to the mental hospital. He wanted to kill himself. And he couldn't stop the thoughts. Wow. And to save some money, I said, can you try this black seed oil? I've read a lot about it. It's really good stuff. And he did a little bit of reading himself. He took a couple tablespoons. He woke about 6 hours later and he's like, Mom, the thoughts are gone. I'm good.
So for anybody who's dealing with people like that, who are at the end of their fight, get some black seed oil.
Mm-hmm.
Can't hurt.
It works. It really, especially when you detox out with some type of pharmaceuticals, street drugs, or alcohol, or something like that. That's what I specialize in, you guys. So ever since that happened, I've been hooked. And it's never been the same. My life has never been the same since that's come into my life. So another thing, so now here we go. What it does is when you put it in the navel, it improves digestion, detoxification of harmful bacteria, reduces gas, sluggish digestion, stimulates liver function and bioproduction, supports reproduction organs for both men and women, which is really important with all these 5Gs and all these poisons that we have everywhere. Jeez, it's going to be a busy day. Okay, it nourishes the adrenaline glands and stabilizes mood swings. Helps with joint stiffness and muscle tension. So probably really good if you're an avid workout. You work out a lot and you get sore and stuff. Useful. Oh, this one's great, you guys. I found this very interesting. Useful for autoimmune conditions. And it is gentle, but very powerful, has a very powerful way to support the body in managing autoimmune conditions, especially when done consistently as part of a holistic detox and healing routine, such as rheumatoid arthritis, RA, eczema, Hashimoto's, thyroid disease, lupus, also known as SLE, multiple sclerosis, Crohn's disease, and Graves' disease. So yeah, black seed oil is good. It's super good. So especially if you have any of those autoimmune diseases, start using it, you guys. Those are a few things. They're trying to diagnose me with that when I was getting sick too with autoimmune diseases, but I didn't pick that one up. Okay, so the next one is avocado oil. That is high in omega-3s and 9s, fatty acids that help with hormonal balances, eases PMS, menopause symptoms, and fatigue, promotes elasticity, reduces inflammation, related skin issues like eczema and rosacea. So avocado oil, and that's another basic one inside of almost everyone's cabinet too. So that's what avocado does, avocado oil. Okay, here we go. We can get to the oregano oil. Now, when it comes to oregano oil, you guys, you got to use it just a little bit, okay? Especially putting it on the skin because it will burn. Like I don't ever advise anyone to put oregano oil on their directly on their skin, especially for animals. No, just a few drops. You just need a few drops because oregano oil is that powerful. If you're going to use it in the belly button, mix it with another carrier oil. Mix it with avocado oil. Mix it with something, you guys. Ghee, something. Please be very careful. That is how strong oregano oil is. It's very strong. It's very powerful and needs to be used with caution, especially when applying it to sensitive areas like the navel. So that's what I wrote down. But what oregano oil does is another, okay. Oh,
look. You started to do sunflower too. So.
Oh, where's my oregano oil? Okay. Okay, so oregano oil kills intestinal worms and fungal overgrowth.
Wow.
Great for detoxing. So it gets rid of parasites, you guys. Gets rid of the worms and the fungal. Okay, that's what I wrote for that. And then, okay, it also helps with the immune triggers from infection, reduces pathogens that can inflame autoimmune diseases like EBV, candida, or gut infections, lymphatic drainage and detoxes, and clears congestion, moves toxins, microbiome, repairs health. Wait, toxins, repairs, helps, rebalances gut flora, reduces leaky gut symptoms. Sorry about that. I did that this morning, you guys. I just did the oregano oil because I had not done the research on that one, and that was what Anne used to get rid of her problem with her ticks. So this morning, I was just hurrying up trying to do some research on the oregano benefits. I'm sorry, it's very vague on that, but I did the best I could. And then I did some real quick research again this morning on sunflower oil. This is really interesting. This is the one that was brought to my attention by Victor last night. So I did a little bit of research because I just really resonated with me. And this is what I found out about sunflower oil. And I know that sunflower oil is available at most stores. And just thinking about sunflower oil and how beautiful that flower is. And anyways, what it can do is sunflower oil can act effective as an effective healer for detoxing emotional balance. For detoxing and emotional balance. Supports gentle liver and gallbladder. So supports gentle liver and gallbladder detox, which I put in here. So that is probably will help keep or get rid of gallstones.
Oh, okay.
If it works gently on that, I'm just thinking that's just kind of something that intuitively I'm going in with you guys as far as, if you suffer from gallstones and kidney stones, this might be something for you. And it helps balance your emotional and calms your nerves. So it's a very good physical and non-physical oil, you guys.
I'm hearing soothing is the word.
Yeah.
Very soothing oil.
So it
mentally,
works,
physically, and emotionally.
Yeah, it works all around. So I really thought that was super cool. So it soothes emotional stress, especially grief or anxiety, held in the solar plex. And it has hormonal support. Okay, and it says it's a gentle endocrine system. So it supports, okay, here we go. It supports especially when used during the moon cycle or in combination with warm oils. Okay, so it says to mix that one to use a combination of oils during the moon cycle.
Oh.
Yeah. So that is all the stuff. I don't know if any of you guys have any information out there on different types of oils and what it can do for the belly button. Let me see if I have any other information here that I didn't want to make sure that I did not skip. No.
And one of the things I want to point out with sunflower oil, and this has nothing to do with topical, that the smoke point for sunflower oil, we've talked about smoke points before, is between 320 and 450 degrees, whereas avocado can handle the 450 without being toxic.
Yeah. Avocado, yeah. If you're going to deep fry anything, avocado oil has always been the go-to. I've used that for years and years and years.
It's very good at that. It's just when he said he was baking with it, I would just want to make sure 350 should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And this is for unrefined oil. Refined sunflower oil is more suitable for high heat cooking methods like deep frying. So sunflower can do the higher ones, but only if it's refined. And I don't know if I want to deal with it when it's refined, because that means they've changed it. Okay, so be very careful what you're using and how you're using it.
Okay, good. I'm gonna be
But
back.
on your body, it's totally different.
I'll be back in 1 second, guys. I gotta go check on something. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
So I hope that,
Little emergency just happened. I just got to go check on something.
okay,
Be right back in 1 minute.
I hope that helps you understand that and the oils. But this is all very fascinating. I mean, I've heard about black seed oil. I didn't realize the navel or the pechote, I'm not sure how that's pronounced, way of delivering this. So this is great news for a lot of people. A lot of people I know that are suffering for RA, rheumatoid arthritis, and other things. This is going to be great for them. Try it. If it doesn't work, if it burns, if it itches, whatever, get that oil off of you. And I've talked to you guys about the oils that have helped me, or that have been irritating my skin. So I've tried coconut oil, and it was way too sticky for me. I'd get out of the shower and it would stick. So I stopped the coconut. It was nourishing, but too sticky. And here in Arizona, you don't want sticky because you get dust storms. Yeah, it's not a good thing. So castor oil is the only one that's working for me. My skin is much better now with the castor oil than it was any of the others. So keep working on it. I'm going to try the 30 days. I'm not sure which ones I want to try in the 30 days. If I want to go, I think I want to go the black seed. Might as well.
Yeah, that's a powerful one. And I just love how some of these oils are spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that
Exactly.
so cool?
Well, if you do the research, what she has done, it says it's not scientifically proven. Well, nobody's paid attention to it. However, people have been utilizing these various oils for hundreds of years, if not thousands of years. Okay, so it's old medicine, and
it's probably an original delivery system. I do believe the age group of our audiences right now. But back in the day, and I can remember this vaguely because I did give birth to my first child in the 80s. Before when I'd go into the hospital, first thing they would do is they'd give you an enema. Mm-hmm. And that was a normal practice. Before they did anything, when you went into the emergency room, you went to the hospital, before they did anything, they gave everybody an enema. They cleared out the intestines. They cleared it out because they know back then, and I know they know this right now, maybe they don't, I don't know, that all diseases start in the gut. And I also believe that some diseases start from the mouth too. I do believe in that because if plaque is produced around the mouth, I think that can travel very easily to the heart. So I do, wherever plaque is produced, which is the gut and the mouth, is where diseases come from. So I could be wrong about the mouth one, but it's just that's just something that my common sense tells me, how plaque does get built up all around the hearts and the arteries. So, yeah. Do we have time? Should we even cover the demons of chakras?
Yes. Victor asked me to look up the golden healer. Now I have a golden healer quartz, so I know a little bit about it. And he says it's very powerful for the solar plexus. Well, and we've talked about putting in, the oils in the belly button. I want to remind you that the belly button is at the bottom of the solar plexus and at the top of the sacral chakra. Mm-hmm. So it works with both of them. So you're talking orange and yellow. So I understand why the golden healer would work with both of those pretty well.
Yes.
It is thought to resonate with high vibration, similar to gold, which can raise your own energy levels and amplify your intentions. That's for high vibration. It is considered a master healer capable of bringing balance and healing to all aspects of your life, including emotional, spiritual, and physical well-being. And I also want to, there are many crystals that are great healers. And here in Arizona, we have this, it's very prevalent around here. Turquoise. Okay. Turquoise is a master healer as well. So it doesn't do exactly these things, but I wanted to let you know that in your area, most likely there is a stone that is also a master healer. So
These stones, I love stones. Crystals, they carry rocks and stones, and all of them, they carry some type of healing properties to them.
holding mine, it was holding a sex toy. What? Hold on a minute. I didn't get all that. Solar plexus and the rest of the chakras. Yeah. Chakra balancing is often associated with solar plexus, which is connected to confidence, power, and self-worth. Okay. So I don't know where you get the what it has to do with the sex toy, but okay.
Who is that?
That was Victor.
Yeah, he's being attacked by some kind of incubus or succubus or something like that energy, because he's been
I think it's
talking.
incubus. Yeah.
Incubus. Yeah, he's thinking about too much, which that's the Lilith demon. So,
What sign is Lilith in for you? I know we don't usually do astrology, but Victor, on your natal chart, where is Lilith with you? Just a question I have.
and I don't know what planet she's not. What planet is she connected to? It's not. Is it not Saturn?
Lilith is a black moon.
The black moon. Okay.
I thought it was Jupiter, but I could be wrong. Which planet is Lilith?
That you need to do some cleansing
to?
or something. Your move or something. You must have got something attached to, or in your new place or something. Maybe whoever lived in that place before you was a high sexual person.
Oh, you're right. I've noticed that the demonic sigil of Lilith contains the planetary symbol of Saturn, and Lilith's moon symbol is basically the inverse of Saturn's planetary.
Okay. Well, most of these demons, most of them come from Saturn. So that's why I say Saturn. Saturn's like, they're always associated with Saturn, or what's the other one? Not Jupiter.
Mars. Mars is a war planet.
Mm-hmm. Mars, Jupiter,
Neptune,
Orion.
Orion.
Yeah, I was just going to correct myself on that one. So, yeah. But yeah, it sounds like
the Irish, it's O'Brien, but just kidding.
Any other comments come in? I can't see on here. Mine just went blank.
Yeah, all your comments left.
Yeah, they're all gone. I've got just a big, nice blank screen right there.
And we keep getting frozen. Yeah.
Oh, you keep.
I was frozen on hers, and you're still. So we're having fun with the stuff right now. Okay. Are we on live? Does anybody see us?
Yeah, it says that I'm live.
Oh, what do you mean it says that you're live? It says live
right there in the time.
Stuff was not allowed in now. Yes, something is affecting the live. No SOS on Tau. What? Oh, okay. Stuff was not allowed, and now both are muted. I'm not sure. Can you hear us? Yes. Now. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, now, okay. Oh, who knows what's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun. Okay. We have about 24 minutes. Did you want to talk about
demons of chakras? Have you guys
Sure.
ever heard of demons of chakras? This is that it's taught in Chinese medicine, a little bit of Ayurvedic. This subject came from Anne with something she was talking about. I talked about belly buttons, and she talked about demons of chakras.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got a chance to do a little bit more research before I went ahead and covered it because I thought it was a very interesting thing to do. And this is what she sent me. Let's see if I can find it real quick, and then I'll just show it to you guys. There we go. Can you guys see that all pretty good?
Demons of chakra, crown, attachments, illusions, lies, grief, shame, guilt, and fear.
And you can Google it, demons of chakras. It'll come right up. It's out there. It's information. So they are symbolic representations of psychological, emotional, and energetic blockage. Yeah, this is how you get blocked in your chakra system. It's one of the ways. That's created by your traumas that prevent the proper flow of energy, prana, chi, through the chakras. So, chakra is where your soul sits. It's supposed to swim.
And the energy, where your
energies swim up and down, back and forth. And that is when you have a flowing chi and prana, okay, through the chakras. But a lot of us are blocked because of maybe some of these reasons. Here's an overview that I wrote down. The crown chakra, up here. Attachments is what the crown chakra, the demons of crown chakra is, and that is particularly the ego. Identity, labels is one of them. We see a lot of people who carry big egos by their title, like their title gives them entitlement to, like doctors. Doctors is going to be my number one example because I've worked with a few of them myself because they're doctors. Because they're doctors. They're entitled to so much. Okay?
Because they're doctors.
Because they're doctors. They have that title. So there's an example of having attachment to something. You're attached to that title. You're attached, your ego. And it's when you're very much attached to the material world. You're attached to your car. You're attached to
your phone,
your computer, social media. Okay. So we have a lot of attachments. That's the demon of the chakra. Okay. Of the crown. Third eye, God's eye, right there in the middle, where your what is it? Okay, anyways, they say is illusion. So, especially the illusion of separation and duality. Pineal gland, that's what I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
Your pineal gland is right there, you guys. I'm very much into the pineal gland. Big time, you guys. It's all about detoxing that. And that is why I'm so deep into mushrooms. Because that's what mushrooms help detoxify that that third eye to get you connected to your melatonin so you can go to sleep just like that, like I do. Okay, so so the third eye is illusion, and the illusion of us being separate and of duality. We are not separate from anything. We are all one. We are all together. Without being together, is there any real happiness? When we're together, and we understand that we're all one, we all harmonize together, which makes a much happier, peaceful life for those who practice this kind of stuff. The throat. Throat chakra, right here. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Lies. That governs the demons of lies. Self-deception and a lack of authentic expression. Dishonesty, distortion of truth, especially the truth we tell ourselves and others. Telling people, telling people what they want to hear instead of what you truly feel. I'm guilty of this one. In the midst of when I got really, really sick, what triggered it and what got me down on my ass, excuse my language, was that I was doing some people pleasing at the time. And that's not following my path or living my truth. So I was living a lie at the time. And I saw that right straightforward. Julie went through this journey with me, so she knows it very well. You want to tell people, what they want to hear instead of what you truly feel, which is, the lies of the throat. Pretending to agree or stay silent just to avoid conflict, even when it's harming you eternally. And I think by doing that, you can allow yourself to get attachments, I'm sure. Okay, then the next one is the heart chakra. And that one is grief. This is a big one. I mean, because I think a lot of people can relate to that one, grief. And that could be a loss, a heartbreak, betrayal. When grief is unprocessed or buried way down inside of you, it can block your ability to give or receive love or to forgive. And if you can't forgive and move on, that's hard. That's not a good one. When you hold grudges, that'll make you very sick. Or to feel, so to give, if you can't forgive, and that's also gonna keep you from being able to feel true joy and connection to. Solar plexus, the one that we've been talking about all day. So here we go. We get to talk a little bit about the demons of the solar plex. Shame. Oof, shame. I've held that one before. And that affects self-worth, personal power, confidence, and deep sense that something is wrong with you, that you're not good enough. You're never good enough. Or that you are flawed. So that if you feel any of that stuff, that is shame that you're carrying in your solar plex. Now the sacral is guilt. God, I had this one. My latest one that I had that was a real hard one with guilt was vaccinating my children.
Yeah. I can help it.
That one took a long time for me to learn how to forgive myself on that one. But I didn't know. I thought I was doing the right thing. I was tricked. Again, by the fake light matrix, or fake light, the cabal, following their orders through my doctors. I trusted them. Guilt governs pleasure, sexuality, emotional expression, relationship boundaries, guilt around pleasure or joy, feeling bad for enjoying yourself. How many of you guys have been through that? You're having a really good time. You're somewhere where you're having a really good time, but yet you feel guilty because the people over here are not having a good time. I think people can carry that right now. I enjoy life really, really. I do. I really, really enjoy life. And I'm so sorry for those ones that are suffering in other places of the world. It's terrible. And if there's anything I could do to change it, I would, and I will. Enjoying yourself when you're with others and others are not. Suppressing fun, intimacy, or creative expression. The root chakra, last but least, fear. And I think fear is upon us, laid upon us every single day, especially if you watch TV, the news, for one, fear factor you constantly, that's what news reporters do. Newscasters, they're casting newscasters, that's how we call them that. Okay.
And people wonder why spelling has to do with spells and casters having something to do with
Spell casting, because
spell
they're talking.
casting.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what they do. Yeah.
And
So
they don't get these words.
mm-mm.
They don't pay attention.
They don't pay attention to the subliminal. They're subliminal messages, you guys. And they get paid very, very well to do what they do. But everything they put on that news is scripted, and it is sent to them straight from the top, you guys. Straight from the top, because it's part of the brainwashing. But anyways, that's another way of fearing us. They always want us in fear. The more that we're in fear, the more they can loosh our energy. I'm sorry, the more they can steal our energy. Okay, fear related to survival, stability, and safety. Especially that when you're in fear of your basic needs not being met. I see this a lot, especially with baby boomers. That they're not going to be met, like home, money, and health, protection. Fear of not having enough. It's never enough. You got to hoard. You need more. Like I said, I see this a lot with baby boomers. They're always buying extra of everything just in case. Constant anxiety about money, food, or losing your job, even when things are okay. Hoarding over work or underspending out of survival and fear. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, the demons of chakras, but now you have. I went over it. I think, 3 things today that I think it's all new information. I think it's really good information. Provoking spirits, demon of chakras, and belly button delivery system for medications or oils, meds, whatever.
So please share, everyone, because if you're getting anything out of this, someone else might as well. And then again, if it doesn't resonate with you, someone else might resonate with them instead. So please share this message because it can only help. It's not going to hurt anybody.
Yeah, I feel this is a very powerful live that we did. The one we did last night was another powerful one. And this is that's what we do. We bring information to you that we work with and that comes to us. Mm-hmm. And I do believe that I'm able to get this information and grab onto this information faster than I ever have because my solar plex is very detoxed. My whole chi is very detoxed. So, and I continue to detox it. I don't know if this purifying ever stops. I really don't. Because It seems like you purify yourself and then you walk into a room somewhere full of nasty energies and boom, you got more attention. So you got to detox those. And that's just kind of part of being a human, right? Being on this planet. Until we do become a planet of full duality. I know that this planet will be completely different 7 years from now. I do know that there's a lot of people out there that are not woken up to the truth and are to their truth, my truth. We all have, our truths are all different. No one's truth is right. No one's truth is wrong. It is just what it is. So, yeah, there's our show. We've got 10 minutes to spare, or 5 minutes, 6 minutes.
Well, actually, we've been, there's 6 minutes, right? 5.
Any questions out there, guys?
Even though we got on a little later today. Okay.
Just
what was the
minutes.
Yeah. And tonight we do have the Psychic Squad from 6 to 8 p.m., which is in approximately 8 hours that will begin. And you can send an email to Don at Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Well, advice at SonoranMysticTarot.com. And he will send you an email to zoom you in. Still until rest of people wake up. Yes, but the more you share informations like this, the sooner they will get the information and start waking up.
Yeah, they will. But I gotta throw this in there, you guys. Okay, I just FYI, I am not a supporter of anyone in the government. I do not like any of them. I know who every one of them is, but if Trump keeps going around doing the things he's doing, people are going to start waking up a lot faster. So all the dumb stuff he's doing, I mean, him wanting to be Pope, that should wake up the Catholics real quick.
Well, seeing as how he never was, yeah, okay.
It's a real life thing, you guys. I hate to talk about politics, but I got to do this one. It was on the official White House page on Twitter. It was on their official page. Again, I'm going to repeat that.
And put an AI. It was made with AI.
He admitted that. He admitted that. They admitted that. But yes, it's on there saying that he feels that he should be a candidate for being a pope. And if that doesn't wake up the Catholics, then, but I think it will.
Well, seeing as how even if he was a Catholic cardinal, he could still vote for himself, but after the age of, or once they hit 80, the cardinals are no longer allowed to vote for the Pope.
Yeah, but it's interesting.
So I just thought it.
Yeah, he's just drowning himself. But anyways, with stuff like that and acts like that from the cabal is going to wake people up a lot faster. So this is good stuff. This is good stuff for you, for me, and for the rest of the planet. And I think there's enough of us woken up on understanding a little bit more what this planet is about, a little bit, because there's a lot to understand. I don't think we'll ever understand it all. But as far as being the human race and that it's time, and we know that it's time for the golden ages to come in, because I believe that we are ready for something different.
Yes.
It's time. It's definitely time for that unity.
Yep. I love these popping in on this information. Yeah, and Nova came in, so welcome in, Nova. Glad you made it.
Good morning, Nova. Hopefully we'll talk later on. If it's too late, just message me. I will get your package out. And just message me and let me know. If not, we can schedule something for tomorrow.
Last Pope was a lizard.
Yeah. The last Pope, yes. I do believe it's what I heard in the dark shadows that they called him the checkerboard Pope. The checkerboard Pope. He was dark and light. So, which he was the first Pope, because they do have a dark Pope and they do have a light Pope. And what I do believe what Trump is trying to do is become the dark Pope, because he always has an alternative motive. There's something there that he wants. He probably thinks there's some gold or whatever it is
that he could take
from the Vatican. Or there's maybe there's some kind of a vortex down there where they got trapped souls where he can steal their loot. Who knows what it is? But whatever it is, it's dark, nasty, and gross, just like him and the rest of our cabal, our government. Okay, it's all of them. Every single Biden, and Democrats.
Yeah, she's equal opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not biased to any of them. I don't vote. I don't play in their system, but I will criticize them, and because I know who they are. They're my enemy. I know exactly who those SOBs are, and I'm loud about it, because bring it, baby. Come on. I've been fighting them for quite some time now. That's how I know demons are real. Trust me, it's a real deal thing.
So that's tonight. We have the class. Now tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. on Ask the Angel, Ask the Angels. That will be our last live with Bonnie and myself. Aww. Our last live. So just want to let you know, I hope all of you tune in for that. Most likely we will have the astrology report. And I like this. Thank you on that, Kevin. Um, same shit, two separate piles.
I love it.
Now, on Wednesday evening, because that will be the first Wednesday of the month, I'm almost positive that Don and A5 Says will be at Rising Phoenix Spiritual Church at 1522 West Encanto Boulevard for the mediumship. And now that's $20 to go in for the mediumship reads. And there'll be, I was told, at least 3 people. I don't think they're going to go. They're going to go more than that. Thursday morning should be Sonora Mystic Tarot and Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot. And that should be around 11-ish 11-ish Eastern Daylight Time. They are a little late. Let's see, on Friday morning, I will be back at 9 a.m. with Scott and the Gabriel Project. On Friday evening, I'm not sure what time. I heard it might change, but right now I think it's 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And that will be, what do we call it? Friday Night Live, happy hour. And on Saturday, double checking the my memory, Miss Susan should be back at 10 a.m. She might be early. She's never late. And that's Susan Grayson on Saturday mornings. On Sunday mornings will be the Psychic Sunday at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time with Bonnie and Jess and maybe Trevor. At 3 p.m.-ish Mountain Standard Time, hopefully will be A5 Says and Miss Sherry Beery. On Monday, maybe Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot and her tea time. We will be off next Tuesday, and we might have a new show the following Wednesday. Not certain, but looking into it, so please stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for coming in today. And when is your
Mushroom Club's not till the 16th, so we have time to talk about that. We will be doing inoculations into, we're going to be okay. We will be teaching the 90-minute Uncle Ben's inoculation method. And I will be serving mushroom tacos. It's between lion's mane and morels. I was going to do lion's mane, probably going to do morels because morels are in season right now. And I'm able to get my hands on some really good morels. And morels taste like steak anyways. So I'm probably going to do morel tacos for, go ahead and stick with the theme for the month, Cinco de Mayo. So that's what we'll be doing. I don't have much other thing going on besides my live next Monday evening at 5:22 Arizona time. And I will be doing time tinctures, teaching how to do that. Extractions. So that is something completely totally different. So if you guys want to tune in, go ahead. Other than that, if you guys want to support me, because I do not ask for money on any of these lives that I do, I frankly feel like it's embarrassing. I'm not going to do that. But to support us and Julie, if you go to my website, you can schedule for services for Julie and for myself or purchase medicine. And by doing that, you're helping and you are supporting our page and what we're doing, you guys, okay? And that's elevatedbyclaudene.com is my website. And then again, I think I have my address and my phone number on here for my healing facility if you want to call me. Yep. So,
and that's for that.
That's it.
Thank you guys so much for coming in. We really appreciate each and every one of you. And Nova, it was nice to see you.
Thanks, Nova. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Okay. All right, bye.
Thank you guys again. Have a great one.
Peace.
We'll talk to you later. I think if I can get out of here. There it is. Have a great one. Rise above with love.